Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Theorist with your host, JC Botero67. And as usual, I've got my guest, Alex Sinclair, with me.
Yes, I am back again.
Woo! I am so excited to review this chapter with you.
I am excited too. And it's kind of like what I figured out this is it's like I'm an old lady sitting in a hospital room and you come visit me and you read me stories and I'm just like, oh yeah, man, it's so hot. And like, cause I'm too lazy to read Magdeprav, but like I get all the information from you, so.
Right? You get all this summed up awesome.
Hey, Eglantine, thanks for the shout out, girl.
Yes, thanks for the shout out, Eglantine. So, before we start with the chapter 35 review, which, hey, milestone chapter, Eglantine actually left Alex and I a comment on our Magdeprav 34 review, and so I'm going to go ahead and read it, and then we'll express our thank yous and whatnot. So, here goes. Confession, yes, I do check in to see if you've posted another review from time to time, mostly to listen to Alex's commentary, because he cracks me up, and his girl impression is great. I think it's funny he hasn't read my Your death predictions are wrong.
Oh.
But don't feel bad. I know of only two who are spot on. One being a friend who just knows me anyway. Of course, I have no problem with these reviews. I needed a break from writing. Hearing from fans is inspiring. Thank you, heart.
Can I just talk about the fact that I am pissed that my my wants of people dying is wrong. Lizzie's not going to die, and Joan's not going to die. It's like, I'm stuck with these through the whole rest of the story. I'm very upset.
I want to know who... Ooh. Okay, remember how you were saying Sel and Sebastian?
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't want to spoil my review. We can talk about potential deaths again later. How about that?
If Grell dies, I'm going to cry, and I'm never going to read this story. I'm probably never going to end up reading it anyway, but...
You're just going to keep up with your constant theme of...
I'm going to keep up with my...
Exactly. So anyway, thank you, Eglantine, for your lovely comment. Again, I'm kind of bummed that we got the death predictions wrong.
I know, we're usually so good at that.
After we put out so many of them, too.
Yeah, we've guessed, like, every character.
But maybe she's trying to trick us.
Maybe. That's a possibility.
Did we mention the servants? Phantom High servants? That's a possibility, too. We didn't mention them.
Oh, yeah.
Or other guests, I guess, but...
All the guests could die, as long as Joan and Lizzie are there. They could die, too.
Oh.
Hey, Eglantine, it's not too late, girl.
Right.
You could kill him. It'll take 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's funny. So anyway, moving along here to the actual Chapter 35 review.
Ooh, I can't believe it's Chapter 35 already.
I know, it's crazy.
How long have I been guest reviewing on Magdeprav? It's been since, like, 20-something-ish.
I think, yeah, maybe like 24 or 25. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
It does, right? And especially because, like, there was some time in between, like, certain chapters, you know?
Exactly.
Like, 33 and 34 were released back-to-back, but you look at, like, 32 and 33 and the time between those, it just varies. It varies.
Although I've been surprised at, like, the speedy updates lately.
I know. I love it.
It's like every week you message me and you're like, oh no, Magdeprav came out again. We have to review again. And I'm like, damn, we didn't even review the last one.
Right. All right. Let's go ahead and recap Chapter 34. So basically, Sebastian had left the ball because, he was very highly affected with Ciel's performance on the violin.
He was crying like a
right? And he's still crying. So he has made his way up to Ciel's study and he's locked himself in there. And here's a quote to prove my point that he was still crying. I wiped the back of my hand against my eyes, stared at the wet on my glove. And, like, I don't know, it's so bittersweet, I guess, because it's like, Sebastian starts to realize, oh, okay, it's more than just, the contract. It's more than just lust, I guess. Like, he's actually falling in love with Ciel.
I don't just want to eat him.
Wait, what?
I don't just want to eat him.
Right. Oh.
No, in multiple ways.
But yeah, so it was just like this bittersweet moment because it's like, okay, like, he's talked about it before that demons don't feel, demons don't cry, and here he is crying, like...
Ha! Take that, Sebastian.
Right? You put Ciel through suffering, and that's what you get. Alright, anyway. I have this next quote to read. His song was a genuine confession of his heart, and it had penetrated something that I did not know could even exist, much less be penetrated. Ooh, penetrated.
Ooh.
Just kidding. And this made me want him more. And I'm just like, yeah, like, desire him. You've been desiring him, but don't just freaking sit around. Like, go find him. Go ravish him, because that's what he would want anyway.
Hell yeah. And since no one can see what I'm doing, I'm sitting here bobbing my head back and forth like, yes. So, even though I'm silent, I'm agreeing with things.
That's so funny. You almost look like you're in red light. Like,
I am, because of my desktop, which I will show you, is...
It's Grell!
Yes, it is. And
hey, it's Ciel. Is it William?
Nope, it's just Grell. It's all Grell.
Oh, okay. Like the other picture, it looked like William was carrying Grell bridal style or something.
Ooh, I wish. That needs to be my desktop now. I should look for that.
You have to find that out. Alrighty. So time passes by, and, you know, Sebastian hadn't realized how much time. It was probably like hours or so, because now it's like guests are leaving, and others are kind of sticking around and retiring to their rooms. You know, he can sense their souls, like, around the house.
That ball ended fast.
Right? And then others are still, like, chatting with fellow guests and whatever, but who cares about that? What we care about is Ciel.
Exactly. The hell with the other people.
And so Ciel is calling out to Sebastian, and then Ciel eventually makes his way to the study, you know, and I'm like, oh, whoa, like, how does he know? But probably because of the contract, they're connected that way. So Ciel knows. Ciel knows. So anyway, Ciel steps inside, and he's just all, like, requesting a bath to Sebastian. But then he notices that Sebastian was crying. So they have a short little conversation, which, I mean, as much as I would love to quote it, I'm kind of skipping around because there's a lot more I want to touch base on later on. But anyway, Ciel says that he's going to go bid farewell to Johann. And then Sebastian goes off to prepare Ciel's bath. And so there is one line that I will quote. Ciel said something about Johann being good company, and that's why he wants to bid him farewell and whatever. And so Sebastian's kind of taking that into account. He's like, okay, so Johann is good company, but Lizzie isn't. And so I think that because Sebastian had mentioned Lizzie, this is where I recalled the numerous times that Alex and I were like, oh, you know, Lizzie's going to walk in on them. It's going to happen. And so then I started thinking of a kind of different alternative. And so I was like, dude, what if instead Ciel were to walk in on Lizzie and Paula or something? Like, you know, and... And, you know, Lizzie could be in such a hurry to marry Ciel because she's like, oh, I can't feel this way about Paula, and, like, if my parents find out...
That would have been adorable.
Right? This isn't what happens, by the way, but this is what I had in mind. I'm like, dude, what if this were to happen?
Paula could jingle all Lizzie's bells. I tried to say that all sly and cool, and it just came out like...
You got tongue twisted.
I did. Saying jingle Lizzie's bells, it's really difficult.
That's so funny.
Of course, now that I'm not trying to be all cool about it, I can say it now all I want. But
right. So anyway, continuing on with my prediction that won't happen, but it could happen in another story. Hey. Anyone, right? Anyone who wants ideas, just give us credit and talk about us and be like, yo, go check out Alex and JC Botero on YouTube because they review fanfics and they're funny and they sometimes go ghetto.
We literally need to review like everything in the universe.
We do, yeah. So.
We do. We need to just turn into like a big review thing.
Right? Just have like a 30-minute segment and then just do 5 minutes of like Magdepref, 5 minutes of Ninth Life, 5 minutes of whatever else. Alright. So anyway, continuing on with my prediction thingamajig for I don't know what. So obviously when Ciel would walk in, Lizzie would be all panicked and be like, oh no, what's he gonna think of me? He's gonna rat me out. And then like honestly, like, Ciel wouldn't give a shit. Because he's doing the same with Sebastian. So okay. Anyway, enough of that silly prediction thing. Ciel shows up to the bathtub, and he's quite amorous with Sebastian because he's kissing his hand and his fingers. He's getting all detailed with it. And then all of a sudden, Johan is like shacking it up with freaking Richard, more than likely.
Oh.
Yeah, because Ciel was saying something like he has another engagement for the evening about Johan, and I'm like, oh. And apparently Ciel encouraged it, just so he could get sexy time with Sebastian.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. But anyway, who cares about Johan Richard? They can go off and do their own thing. We are solely focused on Sebastian because it's gonna happen, yo. And I'm excited. Alright. So suddenly, Ciel kisses Sebastian, and I'm just like, oh, like, bring on the sexiness because I am ready for this. I am so stoked. And then Ciel says the following, and I'm just nodding my head along. He's just all like, take me. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And he's like, take this. And I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, taste it. I'm yours. And I'm like, heck yeah, you're his. Duh. Do we question this at all? No. Okay. They are soon shirtless. Hey.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
And Ciel has his legs wrapped around Sebastian's waist. And freaking, this is just so damn hot. Okay, so I'm going to read this little bit from the chapter. He gasped over my tongue that slipped between his lips as the stiffness between his legs, I can't read, met with my own hardening length. And then Ciel's just all like, I want you, Sebastian. I want you so much it hurts. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's so
Doesn't
hot.
hurt yet.
We're getting there, Ciel. We're getting there. Okay. So then all of a sudden, Ciel's like pressed up against a wall. I'm like, oh, that's
This reminds me of the Ciel-cifer fanfic that we were writing.
Yes. And then my Nutella story with Celia.
Yeah.
As well.
What is it with people getting shoved against walls?
It's just.
I feel like that's like the most cliche sex thing ever. Like, oh yeah, I want you. You're against a wall, and then just like.
Well, if there's not like a bed around.
That's true.
I mean, they have the tub, but like freaking. Like...
This really is Ciel-cifer.
Oh my god! Yeah. That's funny. I mean, like, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Sebastian's not gonna like throw him into like the tub water. Like, that's not very sexy. That's kind of like pushing him, like throwing him. Right. Oh, that's so funny because that is a quote that's coming up. So, Ciel's shoes are being taken off as he's pressed against the wall. Then Ciel like strips Sebastian of his pants, and then he's just all like, "Get in the bath."
Ooh.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah," he's like commandeering this shit. Alright. So then Ciel gets in after him, and he's straddling Sebastian. And then he takes Sebastian by surprise when he says, "Let me wash you." And so I found this to be rather endearing because in this instant and others to come, Ciel is treating Sebastian as an equal. Like, he's more than a servant, he's more than a demon. It's kind of like, I don't want to say equivalent exchange, but like, just this mutual respecting kind of relationship going on.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I know, it's cute, it's cute. And so, from cuteness, we get to hotness because they start, like, running against each other in the bathtub.
Ooh.
I don't know why I just said it like that.
Rubbing against each other in the bathtub.
I feel like you're rubbing off on me, like your ghetto-ness. And
That's...
like... Oh, the rubbing off.
It sounded really bad.
Sorry, that did.
I feel like you're rubbing off on me. Well... That's awkward and impossible because we are like 8 states away.
All right. Well, we're more than 8 states away.
Are we? I don't know. I don't know the map of the United States in my head.
Well, diagonally, we're probably 8 states away. But if you go like horizontally and vertically, you're
where the is Arizona in the United States? Because
Arizona's like a West Coast. Like, it neighbors with California. So California neighbors with like Pacific Ocean. Okay, so it's Pacific Ocean, then California, then Arizona.
Oh, holy shit. I didn't realize how far away you were.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, I'm ready for some bath sex. Like, let's do this. Like, this is different. I am so down for this. But patience is a virtue, okay? And sometimes. I'm gonna make you guys wait because there's this hot bit from the chapter that it's too hot to pass up. So I have to read it. So it starts off with Ciel saying, "Tell me how you want me." And this is Sebastian's response. "I intend to suck at every inch of you." I nipped at his jaw. "I want every wave of pleasure to crest higher than the last, because when your body is alight with ecstasy, your soul sings with it as well." He jerked harder on my cock, and my legs trembled under him. "Do you know, I can almost taste it right now. When I finally bury myself in you, I will feel it with every one of my senses. All those jagged parts like tinkling glass. And a scent like the choicest brandy, and a symphony that can make a devil like me weep." He moaned at these words, moaned at how my teeth grazed over his nipples, and my nails pricked at his sides. Your face, I love it. "In that small, brilliant moment when you peak, I can taste the entirety of you." God, I'm messing this up so bad because I just can't read. Okay, I'm just going to start that sentence over. "In that small, brilliant moment when you peak, I can taste the entirety of you, like a single drop of your ambrosia. If this should be the way I'm to consume you, and I go mad for it, then so be it." So then Ciel's just all like, "Are you mad for me?" And then Sebastian's like, "I am ravenous."
Ooh.
And then Ciel's response is, "The feeling is mutual. Get out. Come to bed with me." And I'm like, oh yeah! We are steps closer to sexiness right here. Alright, so jumping ahead, they reach the bed. Sebastian rests Ciel down on the bed before he kisses and licks his way down the life body. And then he reaches the tip. And I'm like, oh yeah!
Side note, really quick, tree branch.
Okay.
when you were reading that thing and he was talking about like the jagged pieces inside of you or whatever, when he's like, I don't know, some descriptive thing. It made me think of this movie that Brody and I watched like a couple days ago. It's called Teeth. It's about a chick who has teeth in her vagina.
Oh, I've heard about that.
It's so weird and gross, and the only time you get to see penis is after it's bit off and dropped on the floor. It's so nasty.
Oh god.
Yeah, I just like, oh, that movie like solidified the fact that I never want to see a vagina in my life. It was just, ugh. It was a good movie though. I mean, it was
came
like,
up with that concept. Like...
It's an old urban legend or something from like frickin' Romans and.
Oh.
I guess it was meant to, like, promote chastity or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Freak the guys out.
If you stick your penis in there, it's gonna get bit off, so don't do it.
Right.
Ooh,
hey, they have other alternatives, you know.
That's true.
Like, just say it.
Stick it up.
Just say it. Right?
Stick it in her mouth. Although,
you know. There. Oh, well.
There's teeth in the mouth, so.
There's teeth, yeah, no, but the other argument. Okay, anyway. We're almost done with this chapter. It's crazy.
No!
I know. Well, see, you should go read it so you can get, like, the full details of the sexiness. Because I'm not reading every detail. Like, I'm just selecting.
I'd have to read through, like, the other 34 chapters.
Well, dude, it doesn't... I mean, this is, like, the sex scene. Enjoy it. Like...
Enjoy it? How?
You're not being... But... because it's Sebastian and Ciel having sexy true. Time.
I wish it was Sebastian and Grell, though.
There's no Lizzie. There's no Johan.
Hold your tongue about Lizzie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
You can't make those empty promises.
I know. I want to get to that part so bad, but we need to finish up here.
This next chapter needs to come, like, now.
Needs to come.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is that thing that I said that we couldn't stop laughing about? Oh, you have to
forever?
No, you have to Revelations.
Yes.
You have to come.
And then there's Ratchata Forever.
Yeah, it's Ratchata Forever. Oh my god, I'm so offensive.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously, I love Japan, so you can't totally get mad at me. I mean, like, anime is, like, 98%
my
of
life,
is
yeah.
So.
Yes, it's a hefty part of our lives. So then, this eventually leads to Sebastian preparing Ciel's entrance, and then eventually he enters him. Duh. And then this next part, again, Ciel is treating Sebastian as an equal, because he orders Sebastian to say his name. So none of this young lord, none of this master crap. Say Ciel. Kind of thing. So here's another little bit that I'll be reading. "And so I took him with such tenderness, speaking his name over and over as if it were a litany. With every thrust, every whisper that brushed against his ear, he gasped, howled, clung to me. He held to my face, my shoulders, desperate, pawing to leave no part of me untouched. Everything about this tingled, which soon turned to sharp heat that seemed to scald from within. I felt it could burn me alive, but I did not care how it would compromise me. I was beyond caring because the sight of Seal's flushed face and strained expression meant he was so close to falling to pieces, and I wanted to fall with him. And this, it's so funny because like it's very, I love how she describes it and stuff, and you know, it's such a moment that's like, oh my god, like they're in love with each other and like they're back together finally. But like like those last two lines also reminded me of Revelations. I can't remember what William said exactly, but I know that Sale's response was something like, then fall with me. I don't know if you remember that. That one shot, man.
Right.
Oh, so good. Okay, anyway. back to Magdeburg here. So this is where it gets very bizarre because after, you know, they climax together, suddenly like Sebastian kind of feels this hollowness. And when Ciel opens up his eyes to look at Sebastian, his usually lavender contract dye is now like a light kind of faded blue. And Sebastian looks down at his hand, and the contract seal is no longer there. So the contract is broken. Yeah.
Speechlessness. If everyone was wondering what that silence was, it was just me like, what?
Right? Yeah, no, that's the part that I didn't tell you. I was like, oh, I'll let you know about Lizzie, but like, I don't want to let you know about the contract breaking. So that happened. And, you know, obviously because, you know, they were caught up in a moment of like love and like they feel that for each other, that I think that was powerful enough to just break the contract. It's like they don't need a contract to be unified. Like their love for each other just kind of says it all. So at first, the way Sebastian was reacting, I was just like, oh my god, he's gonna up and leave or some shit, and I'm just gonna be pissed off, and then I'm just gonna be rooting for like Celium. Anyway, he does stick around, and then, you know, he lies back in Ciel's bed. Ciel's in his arms, his head is resting on Sebastian's chest. And then this happens.
Oh lord. Right? Why?
Alright.
I'm not ready for this.
I'm ready for this.
Well, because you read it already.
Oh. I'm sorry. That's so alright.
Oh lord. Alright, let me have it.
Okay. Our peace was ruptured by a mortified scream. Ciel jerked awake, and I held him tight to me as I stared at who had shown up in the doorway. Elizabeth stared right back, clutching the door frame. So hey, we were right about Elizabeth walking in on them.
That's good to know.
Right. They weren't in the act of sex, but it was implied because they're both in the bed, naked, holding on to each other. I mean, what's Sebastian or what are Ciel gonna say? Oh, I was sick and I needed body warmth. Like, no.
Oh my god.
That's not it. We know, they know, Elizabeth knows, the whole world knows.
Exactly. In other worlds that aren't even like in this universe know. So.
Right. So yeah, so that is the conclusion of chapter 35. But
no!
We have an author's note.
Oh.
Alright. So I had this thought back in early 2012, where I asked myself, why do I never read any Sebastian fan fiction where Elizabeth walks in on these two? What if I wrote a fan fiction so fantastic and bizarre and depraved, and beautiful, and set it on a course to be shattered? What would be the result? Because I do not believe in a story where characters do not suffer consequence. This is one of those chapters I bled over. This is my heart. Leave reviews, please. I'm dying to hear from you. So, I mean, this chapter overall, I loved it so much. Like, I was waiting for that moment of Sebastianness, and it happened, and I'm happy. Thank you, Eglantine.
Yes, thank you very much. It was quite enjoyable.
Yes. You need to read it in full detail, Alex.
I know. I
you just have to read the scene. That's fine. Ignore the Lizzie part. Ignore the last 3 lines of that chapter, and you're good to go.
And I found the Tights quote about.
Oh, okay.
Them
Go
falling.
ahead and read it, and then we'll discuss the
Okay.
author's note.
Then fall apart, Ciel gasped, wiggling his lower half in hopes of creating even more friction. He gasped, not even sure of what he was saying at this point, mind so fogged with need. Fall into pieces with me. A low groan was made in response to the statement.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I just
What
want
was that noise? You
reread
sounded
that
like a cat.
I know. Okay. I gotta learn how to speak. Cat speak.
Exactly, for Ninth Life.
Yeah,
We'll do the whole
Oh,
review in cat speak.
That's so funny. Alright, so coming back to the author's note here, I'm kind of glad she did have Lizzie walk in on them. And it's interesting because it is true. I mean, fanfics that we've read, it doesn't make sense for Lizzie to walk in just because in SMTB, for example, Lizzie hooks up Ciel with Sebastian.
And like in
She gives
Revelations,
Sebastian Ciel's number. Revelations, they're just, she and Ciel are just friends. Like, they do fencing together.
exactly, and everyone knows Ciel's gay, so.
I'm trying to think what else. Ninth Life, man. I'm like, dude, Lizzie should have a crush on Ciel kind of thing. But that happened in ASASS. Well,
That's true. And Anime Cujo said she didn't want to make it seem too similar to anything else she wrote. So
that's true. But I mean, see, the difference would be that in ASASS, Ciel and Lizzie were boyfriend and girlfriend.
That's
in
true.
Ninth Life, she could have a crush on him, kind of thing.
Ooh, can we talk about how good that Ninth Life chapter was? That can wait till the review, but it was so good.
Yeah, well, it'll get its own, 30 minutes to an hour of review time. So, but yes, it was fantastic. Oh yeah, so after we finish discussing this author's note, we need to think of other death possibilities.
Yes,
and
I have some theories.
Okay, all right.
I went to type in Facebook and I typed in Father's Day.
No, what?
I don't even know.
That's super funny. And then another reason why I liked the idea of Lizzie walking in is because, characters should suffer the consequences. And I mean, this was something that was bound to happen, kind of thing. Like, we knew this was going to happen, and now it's just a matter of, like, okay, what the hell's going to happen? Like, is she going to rat them out? Is she going to keep quiet about it? I don't know. And so this is what has me, like, super eager for next chapter to come out as soon as possible.
I hope she doesn't turn into a raging
to
and starts pulling some because I'm going to be mad.
Right.
It's like, I hated you to begin with. Don't give me more reasons.
I know, I'm trying to think of, like, what could happen. Like, I mean, Ciel and Sebastian could pull, like, a whole, season 2 of Kuro and just flee. Just be them two somewhere. Who knows where.
As I said in Revelations, they can go off into an abyss and just be together forever.
Hey. But yeah, this brings me to what we're gonna finish off the review with, which is potentials of which two characters would die. And earlier I wanted to mention Sebastian and Ciel because of the broken contract, but I didn't want to spoil that until we actually talked about it. So now that we mentioned that the contract is broken, does that give leeway to Sebastian potentially dying? Like,
that would make sense, because, like, I don't know, maybe there are consequences to the broken contract, like hell consequences or something. Mm-hmm. So that might be interesting.
Yep. And then they can both go together, but then
exactly, but then they'll be dead, and
yeah. So
I'm hoping.
That. Yeah.
I'm hoping that we were right, and she's just trying to trick us, and I really hope that maybe Lizzie will die. Like, she'll go running out, like, I can't believe you're having sex with a man! And then she'll trip and fall down the stairs and break her neck.
What if she kills them?
Oh my god!
Crazy ass enraged bitch.
Crazy blonde with 2 large pigtails stabbed a couple of men to death today. With a candelabra.
Right. Oh my god, this reminds me of that Clue thing that we want to do for Ninth Life.
Oh my god,
where you're just like, I bet it was Vico Drew with a steel pipe in the alleyway. It has... That's like my favorite quote from that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Aside from the accents and... Yeah.
Everything I do apparently is
A
hilarious,
bitch.
and I never thought I was that funny.
I know, you are funny. I mean, look, Eglantine's commenting on, like, your...
That's true. Ugh.
That's
I need to take my
hilarious.
socks off. My feet are hot. Oh my god.
What happened?
I'm sorry. I threw my sock and it landed on my cat in the chair.
Oh my god.
And she looked up like, the f was that? It was so funny.
Oh, poor kid.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
She's probably glaring at you now. Like, don't laugh.
She's just looking around all confused, like, where did that come from? Because she was asleep. Oh my god. That's so funny.
That is really funny.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
So that's, like, all I had to say about death predictions. I mean, I mentioned the fate of my servants, potentially, but...
I'm trying to think, like, who else could it be other than
You know what I
CL,
thought of,
Sebastian,
too?
or
This
Lizzie?
is so awful. This is so god-awful.
What?
Now that I mentioned the servants, like, if freaking Bart sets the kitchen on fire and the manor burns down.
Oh my
Except
god.
it's a townhouse, but still.
That's so believable.
That's so, oh my god. See, and then people would die, so it could be, like, random-ass guess.
I'm thinking, like, if Grell knew who it was supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
you think he would have warned Sebastian at least. Like, if it was gonna be Sebastian, you think he would have warned him ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm very
See,
conflicted.
yeah, I doubt it would be Sebastian, because then, like, I think Grell would be more affected. Like, he would kind of, you know, hint at something, I guess.
Right.
Even though Grell wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, I don't think. I can't think of any other characters, to be honest.
There aren't that many.
Yeah. It would
Not like main ones, anyway.
Oh, and Druid never showed up. I'm so bummed.
Aw.
Druid needed to make an appearance at the ball, yo. Like, it could have been after the performance. Like...
Druid loves balls.
He loves Little Robin's balls.
Oh. Ooh, oh my god.
Huh.
My Facebook is blowing up.
Oh. I thought you were reacting to my comment. And I was like, it wasn't that great. I tried.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Huh.
While I'm grounded, what the f did you do this time? My mom asked me to do the laundry and threw a sock at me. I ran away screaming, Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
Oh my...
That's so
Dude,
funny.
share that, because I want to be able to share it. Oh my god.
That is, like, brilliant. I wish I had parents, because I would do that.
That is so funny. Oh my god.
I could do it to Carly, but... Oh! Oh, I gave Carly a sock
Oh, yeah!
a couple minutes ago. You're free, Carly. You're free to go.
Well, that being said, I think we're done. We're just gonna kind of wait around and see what the heck Eglantine does, because I can't guess anymore.
I'm out of ideas.
I tried and I've given up.
Hopefully it'll be like the next chapter, like, or two, or where she'll, like, set up the deaths, so we can at least get some idea of what's gonna happen.
That is true, that is true. So with that, we bid fair adieu, people. Fair adieu? What? Adieu? I'm like combining farewell with adieu. Okay. We bid you all farewell, peeps, and Alex and I will catch you in Ninth Life sooner, but we'll catch you again in the Magdeprav review for chapter 36. So
Yes.
until then, bye.